What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and I'm back in a big way, and you can tell because I have a new personality, beer. Let's dive in. If you are a beginner guitar player, this one is for you. The goal is to give you a 20-minute daily practice routine for the beginning stages of learning guitar. This does not include learning songs. I'll talk more about that at the end. We're going to focus on 4 different areas of guitar playing for the beginner that I believe are essential to getting you to that intermediate level and get out of the beginner phase as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So we're going to focus on our first 5 minutes, single note lines, our next 5 minutes, chords, our next 5 minutes, rhythm, and our final 5 minutes, we're going to focus on something else, note memorization, okay? If you work on each of these things just for 5 minutes a day, for 20 minutes total, consistently, 5 to 7 days a week, I think you will be astounded with how quickly you can progress with very little time. Now, this is designed for you to be very focused during this time. It should be kind of exhausting, mentally engaging. We're not just like sitting back and looking up tabs and watching YouTube videos. This will be hard, and you will be mentally and possibly physically tired each day when you are done. And that's how you'll know you are on the track to getting great results. But I promise you will have more fun in a shorter amount of time if you start each practice session with this.
Visit unlimitedguitar.com.
For your first 5 minutes, single note lines, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the 5th fret on the thickest string, and you're going to play 5, 6, 8. Bam! All right, now, why we're not doing this at the 1st fret, it's harder to stretch down there and can be kind of cumbersome in the beginning, so we're gonna start at the 5th fret, where it's a little bit easier to get that spread. A couple of really important things. For those 5 minutes, just focus on going really, really slow and accurate. If you only get a couple of strings done in 5 minutes, fine. You will get better and faster over time. Do not try to rush through this. We're not in a hurry. The faster you go through it, the worse you're probably gonna do, and the longer it will take you to get good. So what you're gonna do is you want that thumb down about halfway behind the neck, to where you can hold down 5, 6, 7, 8 all at the same time, and your knuckles are lined up with the fretboard. If you're like this is not gonna work. You really have to focus on that hand position. So we've got 5, 6, and 8. We're skipping the 7, okay? We're gonna just do this with all downstrokes for right now. Then to the next string, same thing. And every time you add a note, you are leaving the previous fingers down. This is not going to sound particularly cool and musical. And then we're just going to go backwards. At first, you will probably need to go a lot slower than this. Okay. And then if you start getting really good at that and you're getting faster, then start alternate picking. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, so on and so forth. That would be the next step. The final step after that would be to move it up the fretboard. So I'll go kind of fast for right now. Not super fast. Then you slide up a fret to go backwards. Slide up a fret for ascending. Up a fret for the descending. Until your index finger gets to 12, okay? But those are kind of the 3 stages with that exercise. Then you want to do 1, 3, and 4. So we did 1, 2, and 4. Now 1, 3, 4. And follow that same process, just up and back. If you make a single mistake, you've gone too fast. I don't care if you go this slow. In fact, I prefer it when you're getting started, okay? Now, why am I not doing 1, 2, 3, 4? That's fine. You can totally do that. but there's not very many real world situations where you would ever use that. However, using 1, 2, and 4, that finger combination, you will see often. And 1, 3, 4, you will see often. And also combining those, okay? So that's your first 5 minutes. It doesn't, you can also set a number of reps that you want to do, but I find for most adult guitarists learning how to play, they're better off setting a timer and just being very focused for that 5 minutes, okay? Now let's get to chords. So for your chords, you want to look at like your 10, 11, 12 main chords to start out with. So if we were just going in order of the alphabet, A minor, B minor, C, D, D minor, E minor, F, and G. However many chords that was. Those are the chords I would practice. Just pick them in any order. Let's start with the 2 easiest. Let's go E to A minor because it's the exact same fingering. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make the shape. We're going to just pick each string one at a time. Make sure all the notes are ringing. Then we'll go to the A minor. Take your time. Don't hit string 6 for this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just go back and forth. Super slow. I would do that 10 times. Now, pick 2 different chords. So maybe we do D to G. Make sure you're only picking the notes that are in the chord. So in D, the 2 thickest strings are not part of the chord, so don't hit those. And just make sure all the notes in the chords are ringing, because one mistake beginners will sometimes make is they will strum and think they're doing it right, but some notes are not ringing clearly, and you can't always tell. So it's best to start by doing a single note test on these chords. So that's your next 5 minutes. Your next 5 minutes as a beginner guitar player will be focused on rhythm. Here's what I would start out doing. Turn on a drum beat, just YouTube, type drum beat, 80 BPM, stands for 80 beats per minute. And just strum along, muting your strings. Don't push, just barely put the fingers on the strings. 1, 2. And just try to stay in time. And once you feel comfortable with that, with quarter note, or with half notes probably, then do quarter notes. And then start adding a down up. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then shift where you're putting the down up. So maybe the next time you do 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3. Then you switch to 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then you do it at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Next step from that, do 2 groups of down up. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Or the opposite. Down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we want to start working on what I call the strum pattern. Down, down, up, down, up. Trying to get that in time. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. After that, you'll pretty much be out of the beginner stage when you can do that comfortably in time with the beat. So you're practicing that in isolation for 5 minutes. And then finally, for your last 5 minutes, we're going to practice memorizing notes on the fretboard. What I would do first is just say all the natural notes between 0 and 12. So we're going to go E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, right? So E to F is 1 fret, a half step, so open to 1. But then F to G is a whole step, so you got to go up 2 frets to get to G. Then you go up 2 frets for A, 2 frets for B. B to C is just 1 fret. C to D is a whole step. D to E is a whole step. So a whole step is 2 frets, a half step is 1 fret. And just remember, E to F and B to C is always 1 fret. Everything else is 2 frets. So we're not doing sharps and flats right now. Then go to the A string, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. D string, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, G string, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, B string, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and high E, same as low E. And take as much time as you need. Even if you don't get all the way through all 6 strings, when 5 minutes is up, that's okay. Tomorrow you'll be faster at it. And then the day after, so on and so forth. As that gets better, the other thing I used to like to do was just pick one random note somewhere on the fretboard. Like this 7th, 8th to 11th fret area always was really hard for me to remember the note. So I would just pick like the 9th fret on the 3rd string. And then I would figure out, okay, that's E. G, F, E, okay? So that's an E, and then I would just say the 9th fret on the 3rd string is E, always and forever. And then the next day I would review that, and then I would add a different random note on the fretboard. And then over time, the notes kind of fill themselves in. So that's what I would do for your final 5 minutes until you really know the notes on the fretboard well, okay? All right. So that's my 20-minute practice routine. That's not all the practicing I would do. The other main thing I would do, and you are probably already doing this, just learn songs, right? Look them up on YouTube, on my channel, of course, and elsewhere, and on Ultimate Guitar and Songster and all of these places where you can get tabs and watch tutorials. Just learn songs, all of your favorite songs, because you'll start to see patterns. You'll start to see the same strum patterns. You'll start to see the same chord progressions. You'll start to see the same kind of melody ideas repeat themselves. So your first 20 minutes, I would do this. You do the 5 minutes of single note practice, 5 minutes of chord practice, 5 minutes of rhythm practice, and 5 minutes of note memorization. Then, with your remaining probably 10 to 20 minutes, assuming you have 30 to 45 minutes a day to practice, I would spend the other half of your time just learning your favorite songs. So you've got 20 minutes of pretty intense study, and then 20 to 25 minutes of just like having fun with the guitar. And if you have an hour a day to practice, still just do the 5 minutes of these, and then that'll give you a full 40 minutes to just work on your favorite songs. But if you do nothing else, just 20 minutes a day of this, boy, I tell you what, you will be well on your way. So let me know if you try out this practice routine, how it goes for you, and then let me know when you're like, Eric, that's too easy. I need to get to the intermediate stage now. Show me what to do next, man. Show me what's next. All right, if you dig this, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next times.